Hello and good evening, good morning, good night to wherever you are across the world. Hi, this is Destiny. Today, I'm going to talk about veganism. I have posted a lot of videos on vegan recipes, the vegan lifestyle, and different things as to that nature. So tonight, I'm just going to talk more on veganism. And if you want to know more about veganism, there's a lot of information online. I have posted a lot of information on my Facebook group page. I have put out a lot of different people who do recipes, and even myself and my daughter. So go to Destiny Forever on my Facebook group page, or Destiny Forever Walks, and you'll find me. But I'm going to talk about veganism. And I always like to tell you what today is, which it is Monday. It is November the 4th, 2019. And good evening out there. Veganism. Vegan, and a lot of people is turning more toward a more plant-based, wholesome and healthy diet. And that is a very good thing, but we have to be very careful also, because like I said, we live in a system and a society that loves to play games with our minds so they can get to our bodies, to destroy us. Depopulation has been around for many, many years, and a lot of restaurants, they're saying that they're turning to vegan menus and vegan products that they're selling. We have to be very careful. But veganism is at a high at this moment. And sometimes, every you turn around, Popeyes one time was talking about a vegan chicken or something that they had made. And pizza restaurants I've heard, I'm not naming the names, I may not know them all, but I've heard about restaurants that are making pizzas, plant-based pizzas, and I've heard Burger King's, they're vegan burgers, and there are so many others. But we don't know exactly how they are made. We don't know the ingredients that went into those so-called vegan menus. But we have to be very careful. So my question out there today, and Destiny always like asking you questions because I like to hear your responses. Is it a fleeting fad or the new norm? And think on that, because I think that was a really good question. And that was the question that I received in my comment from a subscriber asking me more about veganism. And they wanted to know that since veganism is at an all-time high, is it a fleeting fad or the new norm? Well, people are really changing a lot of people are really changing their lifestyle and way of eating. A lot of people is going plant-based. A lot of people are becoming more conscious of what they're eating, what they're putting in their bodies. But we have to be totally, absolutely even more careful, because we can still go into these restaurants, and these producers and these farmers send these foods into these grocery store chains are not always honest about how their products were raised, how their crops and such things were treated, and with what chemicals, or if there were chemicals, and it's just so much. We have to totally get into that. To those supermarkets, we have to take time out and read. We're really going to have to start reading labels, reading all the ingredients. And if you don't understand it and the names are just way beyond your comprehension, you can't even name it, I keep telling you, that is a red flag. You need to put it back on the shelf. Come back home, start from the foundation again, pull up your website browsers and whatever it is, and you go in, you start digging, asking for information, but to understand some of these names on the products. Or you can get out there, you can find a whole lot of good teaching about different healthy and holistic lifestyles and eating. So it seems like nobody, I mean, you know, to me, it just seems like no matter which way that you turn, you're always hearing about different places now that's trying to be on the side with the more healthier lifestyle of eating the plant-based foods. And I don't think this isn't a coincidence, because like I said, you know, they are knowing what people are turning to more so now, because they're watching everything, and people coming into these places, they're asking, do you have a vegan menu, do you have vegetarian diet? And so they are getting information to what that you are putting out there to them. So they say, I gotta hike it up a little bit, and I gotta bring all these things into the menu. Well, I don't know how 100% they are totally true to their vegan so-called menus or their vegetarian diets. I'm just gonna leave that right there. But there is so much. And so we need to explore this current state of veganism and how it is influencing changes in this restaurant industry. And we need to take a serious look. I mean, you know, hey, we hear the word, oh, plant-based, oh, are they going vegetarian, they're going vegan, and a lot of people is out there looking and searching for a more healthy lifestyle of diet, way of eating, and they want someone to be able to help them. And since the restaurant is cooking it for me, I don't have to worry about going to the stores and shopping and buying those ingredients and coming home and trying to figure out how to put all this together. They're making it easier for me, not necessary. You don't know what's in those products. So your best bet is to really take your health and your eating habits very serious. And you need to say, okay, I don't need nobody to do this for me. I can do it for myself. I can get out in nature and learn more about nature and all the plants and herbs and spices and seeds and nuts and whatever is out there in nature. I can learn all about that through the universe, because the universe has all the answers. Then you get out there and you start touching and grounding with the earth, and you start making that connection with the universe. Then you spend time on different websites like YouTube or Google or whatever, and you start looking at these ingredients, start comparing these, and find someone that you can really resonate with their teaching. And if you need some good vegan teachers who is really down with it and who is really sincere and totally absolutely honest with you about your food you're eating or putting in your body and your diets, hey, I can hook you up on my page, and like I said, I post a lot of their videos on my page. You need to go there and visit them. These are people that I can resonate with. These are people that I can trust. And these are teachings that really, I truly feel that is totally 100% honest with you. Because these are the menus that the Most High, the All Creator, and our God has really been given to me. But let's talk about some facts right quick. So, I mean, I just want you to be consciously aware. But there's been a 600% increase in people identifying as vegans in the United States in this last 3 years. And that's a whole lot of increase of people. 600%. And according to a report by a research firm, I think it's called Global global data, only 1% of United States consumers claimed to be vegan in 2014. And then in 2017, that number rose to 6%. And that is a great increase. So a 600 increase in veganism in the United States in only 3 years is a staggering statistic. And it's pretty obvious that more and more people are moving toward a plant-based lifestyle. And I think that is awesome, because in Genesis, he given us herbs and seeds and plants and fruits and all that yielding things that he gave us in Genesis. That was our diet from our almighty creator and God, who gave us the vegan diet from the very beginning. In your Bible, Genesis, when he talks about the plants and the herbs and the fruits and the trees and all those different things, he was telling us then what we should be putting in our bodies. And somehow man always get away from the plan of the divine creator, and he always want to start doing things on his own. And if it's not there, he's getting whining, complaining. Hey, wow. Step into things that it was never meant to be, and that pull a whole many generations into a unhealthy way of eating. But let me tell you this. When I look at this green machine, this revolution, from my own perspective, the presence of veganism doesn't seem as overwhelming as researchers shows. And I only know a few people that's really sincere about their vegan lifestyle. And I also have a couple vegetarian friends, and they are in for a while, then they're out for a while. But I don't have a group of people or friends that I know that is totally, absolutely all the way in. Now, like I said, my daughter, she has really stepped up the game. She now is really 100% in. And I can hang with her, and we can create vegan meals together. We go out shopping together. We spend a lot of time in the store reading and looking. And I think she's about the only one that I really know, is my daughter, that is really 100% and has turned totally away from the unhealthy lifestyle of eating, and she's really working hard at it. Now, I've been vegan close to 5 years, and I have been plant-based. I have, like I said, I don't eat meats. I stopped eating meats close to 4 years ago, maybe some meats that was longer than that. But, hey, it is what it is, and I had to follow the voice of the divine creator, and this is why he pulled me in that direction. It's not what I was trying to go, but this is what he pulled me into that direction as he began to eliminate certain foods that were starting to make my body ill, weak, sick, and made me feel just miserable. And every time I would go back to eat those foods again, when I stopped, because it was making me so sick, when I stopped eating, I got better, and I felt better and whole and strong. And immediately, as soon as I went back, those certain particular foods, especially those meats, my body just could not tolerate it. And he was like weaning me off of it, because he knew I did not have the power within myself or the strength to turn it down, because I love me some pork chops, I love me some turkey legs, I love me some beef stew. I love those things, and I love all those potato chips that I was eating, and those Oreo cookies and ginger snap cookies and all that stuff with those dairy products in it. He knew I didn't have the power and the strength to do it on my own. But when I turned away, he said, okay, I know now, after several tries, I walk away, and I felt better. When I come back, my whole body started all over again. I became sick all over again, miserably sick, horribly sick. It was terrible, and I did not like the feeling, so I had to stand up and make a choice. I'd rather to eat this good food that the creator was trying to bring into my life than to feel miserable every day for week in and week out. And I did not like it, so I just turned it away from it. At the time, I did not know that he was bringing me into a healthy, wholesome eating diet, which turned out to be plant-based, and eventually, totally, I became meatless, dairy-free from animal products, and I give all the praise and the glory and all the esteem to the Most High, my Creator, my God, because He knows what's best for my body, and He knew that destiny, you're not got to give this up on your own. And He helped me. I didn't cry out to help me. He knew I needed help. And He moved in at the time when I needed Him. So what I'm trying to say, when I look at this green machine revolution from my own perspective, the present veganism, it doesn't seem as overwhelming researchers they show. But like I said, there's a few people that I know they say they eating. One day they're eating good and they're eating healthy and plant-based and wholesome. And then they go back next week or a couple of days later, they back on eating those unhealthy foods. And your body's like, what are you doing to me? You know, you in and you out and you pulling me. It's just like negativity weighing against positivity. They pulling each other in opposite directions. And it just don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Like I said, me and my daughter, I know she's about the only one that I know that is totally, absolutely 100% in. And the majority of my circle, the people that are around, they enjoy a good cut of beef, yeah, and they enjoy, they eat the burgers all day in front of me at work and all kinds of things. And that's the way, that's their lifestyle. And I don't have anything against someone's lifestyle. But I just know within myself, those things and that kind of eating, I have grown to know that it is really hard on the body. So I began to look beyond the lifestyle that I used to eat, and I'm not running around and trying to hold on to those things. I learned to let all those things that was damaging my body, that was causing my body sickness and causing illness in my body, and I let it go. And I become to feel so much healthier and so much happier in my life and so much energized. And I just want everybody to feel that way. I mean, I really, truly do. And I just want to just throw this out about veganism. And there's a lot of information out there. Like I said, you know, people are coming more and more conscious aware. And like I said, now the best way for you to really know that you're getting 100% organic foods without the GMOs and all that, you need to go and you need to start growing your own food. I mean, people are like, I don't have land. You don't have to have land. I have herbs and things that I have put in pots, flowering pots. They are on my balcony. And I use a lot of the herbs and spices and stuff that I put in my foods and my smoothies. And I mean, and I know what I put in it when I planted them. I know the soil. I know that, you know, I know I had organic soil and all that. And so you can grow a lot of things. If you got friends or somebody or family members who may have a piece of land, just tell them, give you a little piece of that land. Start growing your own foods. But when you go into that store, you make sure that you're getting 100% organic, 100% organic products. That's the only way. I mean, saying, you know, and like I said, I steer totally, absolutely away from meats because that's a whole nother story. And I'm not going to get all into that. So the reasons why so many people are turning away from vegan in the first place, as we can see from the reflux in the recent years, it's just not because that they were born into this lifestyle. No, we weren't born into this lifestyle. We were born on eating all these unhealthy products and drinking the dairy milk and eating all these eggs and eating all of this pork and eating all this, I mean, just eating things. This is how we were brought up. This was our lifestyle. This is what we were taught. And that's how we ate because that's all that we knew. You eat to live, but we didn't know how to live because we weren't eating right. This is what our great grandparents, our grandparents, and our parents. This is how they raised us. I mean, it was eating all kinds of stuff. Now, back then, when our grandparents and all them, and our parents was raising food, they were a whole lot more healthier because they didn't use all these crazy chemicals that they putting on the food today. They didn't use all these fertilizers, and they were natural. They used manure. You know what manure is? Oh, they did. But most people probably made an educated, conscious choice to swear off meat and dairy altogether, and that's what is happening. That is really what happened. People is making a conscious choice because now so much is happening in their bodies. So much is causing their bodies to be able to, the health to be, to plow downward. And then sickness are creeping up upon them so hard, and they're not breathing correctly. They only can walk a couple steps and they're out of breath. And it's just so much now. Because a lot of these products now that they are sending into these grocery stores, they have chemicals on them. And we bring them home. We don't thoroughly wash them. We don't clean them like they need to be or should be. And then we are putting all these toxins and all these chemicals in our body. And over a process of time, these chemicals and all these toxins, it damages your immune system and beginning to fight against all your healthy organs that the Creator created within you, to fight off all diseases and all bad bacteria and all the things that your bodies were supposed to war against. We bring all these other chemicals and toxins and it kills all the good bacteria. And before you know it, your immune system is damaged. Your gut your gut bowel is damaged, and your organs is damaged. It's just totally out to everything. But people give a variety of reasons for eating less meat. Whatever they are, I mean, they do. We got non-meat eaters. Then we got some that will eat meat maybe every week or once a week or whatever. But people have their reasons, and like I said, whatever. But it doesn't surprise me that health and weight management are the top reasons why people are turning to veganism. I mean, it really does not surprise me. Like I said, health and weight management, that is the top reasons why so many people today are turning to veganism. There are so many food allergies that have been on the rise within, 1 in 13 children that has been affected in the United States, and a 50% increase in allergies from 1997 to 2011. And the top foods that cause these reactions, and let me tell you, top foods that cause these reactions, 90% of food allergies come from milk. And a lot of people say, oh, milk is good for you. Milk is make you have strong bones. Milk is not good for you. We were taught that. We were brought up on that. We were raised on that statement. Oh, milk make your teeth white and strong. Okay, listen. 90% of food allergies come from milk, eggs, peanuts, tree nuts, soy, wheat, fish, and seashell. And a lot of times you go and you read these labels on these packages, it says it does not contain tree nuts, it does not contain soy, it does not contain seashells and all this of fish. And then a lot of them will say it was in the manufacturing, blah, blah, this product was created in a manufacturer that did have peanuts, eggs, and soy. So you got to read. And you got to make a conscious choice. And you got to make a conscious choice of how you choose to live your life. But a large number of people also suffer from food-related illnesses like celiac disease, and what you call that lactose intolerance. Lactose intolerance has been like 30 to 50 million people in the United States suffers that, which have a direct influence on your diet choices and your food restrictions. Now, aside from allergies and conditions, some people go vegan in hopes of living a more healthier lifestyle, and that is the way to go. You want to be healthy, whole, healed, complete, absolutely wholesome. And a lot of people, they're going that way toward a vegan diet because they want to live a healthy lifestyle. Red meat has long been linked to diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and strokes. And chicken. Everybody say they love that chicken, but chicken is notorious to be a breeding ground for salmonella. And then fish, it poses a threat of mercury. So when we turn around, what are we looking for? All this stuff, all these meats, they'll come at us and they're not clean and they're damaging our bodies, and we don't even think, we don't take not one thought about it. Some people just believe that plants are healthier than animal plants, and me myself now, I would have to agree with that statement. Since I've been on my vegan diet and my, plant-based and been meatless and everything, I find myself to be a whole lot more healthy than I was before. But research conclusions from a recent studies have come out on both sides of the coin, and they're saying different things. Like I said, people are always gonna battle between, two decisions. And you're gonna have to battle between two decisions as well. You gotta make a choice. Are you in or you're out? Is your lifestyle going to be more healthier on a plant-based and veganism diet? You got to make that choice. You better stay the way you've been eating and doing the foods and the diets that you've been raised on since you were a little kid. The choice is yours. But as for me and my house, we choose veganism. I want to live whole, wholesome, healthy, and complete. I want my body to be totally, absolutely just clean from the inside to the outside. Now, there was a study in 2015 at the University of North Carolina, and that showed that veganism came out on top as the best diet for weight loss. And you're looking for a lot of ways to lose weight, that was one of the best. And another study linked it to significantly lower rates of heart disease and cancer. Cancer in your body, cancer's been on the rise for a long time. A more healthier lifestyle of veganism, it can lower the rates of heart disease and cancer. Now, however, there also a professor from the Colorado State University notes that there aren't any clear morality benefits, and that vegan diets may be least healthy than those including meats due to the lack of essential nutrients, as in B12. And I know that for a matter of fact, I say I don't agree with that, because we get a whole lot of our vitamins and a whole lot of our B vitamins, our B3s, the B6s, the B12s. We get a whole lot of them from our leafy green vegetables. I mean, you don't even imagine. And also, you gotta read. You gotta go out there and read. But like I said, in my opinion, it's too early to say whether or not a vegan diet can significantly improve your health, but I truly do agree with what my body has been showing me. And so I've heard about a different number of diets, and each and every one has been both praised and discredited. And I posted a video on my Facebook group page tonight about about a diet. Nutritarian diet. Go out there and go to YouTube, my YouTube page, Destiny Forever, on my YouTube page, Destiny Forever Walks. And you can pull up that article and it tell you about a nutritarian diet. And I agree with that diet, and that's the way that I am in that direction of going. Personally, I don't stick to meat. I don't want meat. I have got meat out of my diet. I'm all into vegetables, and that's the way I choose to eat. I try to make all of my sauces and all of my different products and everything that I do from healthy, wholesome, organic vegetables and fruits and things of that nature. And you probably see it right there in front of you. I got a whole lot of my vegetables standing out there. So anyway, I just want to put that out before you, and I just want to give you something to think about. Give you something to think about. And I need you, and you really need to think about, especially if you've been sick a lot in your body, you're carrying a whole lot of fatigue and high blood pressure and all kinds of things just reoccurring and mucus constantly in your body. And I mean, your body's telling you you need a detox, you need to purge, you need to get these toxins and these chemicals and all these crazy unhealthy foods out of your diet, and you need to go to the plate of of Mother Nature, and you need to start eating a more healthier lifestyle. I mean, people always got an excuse. Oh, it costs so much more. No, it costs a whole lot more if you're gonna die than start eating to live. So anyway, I'm just concerned about these restaurants, the effect on the restaurant industry. And hey, for I'm concerned, hey, if they can't give you a choice of a healthier lifestyle and a healthier diet, and being honest and sincere about what they're cooking, their vegan foods that they call, being totally upfront with the ingredients and all that they are putting in there, hey, if they can't be told, then they don't need to be on the market advertising something and causing people to believe that they are eating healthy, which is they only bringing more damage to a person's body and their lifestyle. And people are not searching these things out to find out, hey, what's in your products. Ask questions. If you don't understand about a product, call the manufacturer. Ask them, what did you put in your product? What ingredients, what things are and what is this name and what is that? Learn. You got to take things upon yourself. You got to be accountable for your life. Be accountable. Learn, and learn. So if you are planning to go vegan, make sure you let your potential customers or your family or your friends or whoever, let them know. Let people know. With 93% of people looking for online menus, hey, you got to get out there and start advertising. Say, I'm vegan, I'm helping you. I mean, just be sincere. So clearly adopting a vegan lifestyle is becoming extremely popular across the globe. So as for me, I'm sticking to my plant-based, vegan, vegetarian, non-meat, non-dairy. I'm sticking to a lifestyle that has been true to me. It has really helped me more than anything that I have ever eaten. So, on that further note, guys, I just brought that to you, and I just had that on my mind because I've done a video on this before about these restaurants and how they're hiking up a lot of the things and these ingredients just to pull you in so they can keep their claws in their hands and keep you in their clutches, and they're appetizing and saying they're vegan and saying that they got vegan products and all that,